Welcome to the UCF Restores Family Program. Thank you for volunteering to help us aid military families. This short video will help you complete the take-home materials correctly. We ask that everyone who is helping with this project views this video together, so that means all children and teen participants and their parent or caregiver. If you have any questions, please call or text Ms. Teresa. Please make sure your take-home folder is in front of you before continuing this video. On the front of your take-home folder, before you open it, you will find the daily checklist. Notice how on the top, the days of the week are listed out, and on the left-hand side, the time of the day is listed. Each thing has a particular time when it has to be done. For example, the saliva can only be collected first thing in the morning, before school, whereas the daily record has to only be filled out at the end of the day. The sleep diary has 2 times when it is filled out. Notice how there are places in the grid where there are no checkboxes. Only complete items that have checkboxes. Following this checklist is the best way to ensure that you are completing everything correctly. Please refer to it morning and night. To help with this, there are also 2 times a day when you can have your parent initial that you have completed these items. So parents, please check for completeness only. There are no right or wrong answers to anything included in this folder. I'll say this several times, but if there's something that you don't understand, feel free to pause this video and call or text Ms. Teresa. No matter what day your checklist starts, the first thing it asks is for you to track your sleep watch. Your sleep watch is wrapped in bubble wrap inside the zip top bag in your folder. Please get it out and the sleep watch instructions. As the instructions state, please wear the watch all day, except for whenever it might get wet. So that means take it off before bathing, swimming, showering, or going to a water park. The most important thing is that you wear the watch when you are sleeping. The sleep watch has an event button. This button makes a red line on your record that says you are trying to sleep or you just finished with sleep. It's not an on-off key. But please only push the button when you're getting into bed for the night or when you're waking up in the morning. Those items are on your checklist both morning and night. This is the daily record. There are 7. There's 1 for each day. Please use them on the day that they are printed for. This is Sam. He helps us know how you're feeling each day. If you see, Sam at 1 is not really nervous or anxious at all. It is like he was at home all day eating ice cream and watching his favorite cartoons. Nothing worrisome or stressing happening to him. However, at 5, Sam is really scared. It's like Sam spent all day being chased by a hungry bear. That would be really scary and stressing. Let's go through a whole example. Let's say you felt like you were medium stressed or nervous today. You had a few thoughts that wouldn't go away, but overall, it was okay. Tell us what you did. Like, for example, I went to school and I played outside. Then answer the 4 questions of what types of things you worried about today. The most common fears that we hear are something happening to my family, something bad happening to me, doing something to embarrass myself. The other category is for anything that didn't fit in those top 3. These questions are really up to you. We really want to know what worry or stresses you throughout the day. The first part of these questions is just to circle Y for yes or N for no. Let's say on this particular day, your mom was gone at the store when you woke up, and that worried you. And then your 2 best friends had a fight and they weren't talking to each other. So first, you would circle yes for worrying about something happening to your family, and then maybe a yes for other because you were worried about your friends, but not maybe so much yourself. Then, tell us the thought. Afraid mom was lost at the store. Or at other, my two best friends aren't speaking to each other. Then how much did that thought mess up your day? Were you thinking about it all day and couldn't do other things? That would be a 5. Or maybe the thought crossed your mind for a minute, and it wasn't really a big deal. You might even be surprised you remembered it. That would be a 1. Then you could circle no for the other 2 questions if you didn't have thoughts that fit into those categories. Now looking at other, my 2 best friends are fighting. Did you spend all day on the phone with your best friends trying to sort it all out, or thinking about how you might help fix their problems, and because of it you didn't finish your project? That would be a 5. Or was it something that came up a lot and distracted you from doing some things for maybe a minute here or there, but it didn't consume your whole day? That would be a 3. So just to be clear, 1 is really not a big deal at all. 2 means the thought came up, but it wasn't really distracting from other things throughout the day. 3 means that it was distracting from some things, but not too bad. A 4 means that it was really distracting throughout the day and it caused a lot of trouble. But a 5 would mean that you never stopped worrying about it or stressing about this thought all day, and it messed up your plans for the day, or it stopped you from doing things that you needed or wanted to do. If you have any questions about this, please call or text me at any time, even if you're filling this out late at night. The Sleep Diary is designed to help you track how good your sleep is and let us know of some things that may affect your sleep. This might be something that your parent can help you with if you find it hard. If you look at your checklist, you'll see that half of this is filled out at night before bed and half of it is filled out in the morning. The part that you complete at the end of the day asks 5 quick questions. I consumed caffeine in the, I exercised at least 20 minutes in the, about 2 to 3 hours before going to bed I consumed, medications I took during the day, about 1 hour before sleep I did the following activity. For each question, select all that apply to you. If none of them apply, select not applicable. For example, if you had some soda or coffee in the morning, and then went for a walk in the afternoon, and then maybe a run around your neighborhood after dinner, the first 2 questions would look like this. Now, if you have a heavy meal, but it was at 5 p.m., and you went to bed at 9 p.m., you would mark not applicable, because we're only interested if you ate a heavy meal within 2 to 3 hours before bed. Now, people who take medication, please fill out the name and how much, like this. Now, if you take the same medication on all days, you can write it once and then just write the word same for the other days. However, if you do not take any medication, please write the word none in the box. The last question before bed asks about what you were doing 1 hour before bed. So again, if you were on the computer at 5 but went to bed at 8, please do not mark computer. But if you were texting and playing a video game at 7:30 and went to bed at 8, please check all the boxes that fit. When you are done with this section, you can push the event button on your watch and go to sleep. Just as a check, if Monday looked like this, I would know that you had no caffeine, which means soda, tea, or coffee. you exercised in the evening, you ate a heavy meal before bed, you took regular medications that you listed out on the first day, and you watched TV and were on your phone before going to sleep. This is the morning section of your sleep diary. Don't forget to press the event button on your watch before you fill this out. Always check the checklist for what to do and when. This is really as simple as it looks. Just write the time that you went to bed. You could do this the night before if you wanted to. The time you woke up, how long it took you to fall asleep, and this is just an estimate. Please don't stare at the watch counting the minutes till you fall asleep. We don't want to do anything to change your sleep behaviors. We just want to know about them. How many times you woke up, how you are feeling once you woke up, where refreshed would be feeling good and fatigued is still feeling very tired, and how long you slept, which is really just some simple math. Unless you get up in the middle of the night and you were up for a couple of hours, you might want to subtract that from how many hours you slept. And finally, tell us what, if anything, disturbed your sleep. This should be filled out if you said that you woke up more than 0 times. If you woke up once because dogs were barking, write dogs barking, or from a nightmare, write nightmare, etc. So, looking at the second line, if Monday looked like this, then Monday you went to sleep at 8:35 p.m., you woke up at 6:15 a.m. on Tuesday, you fell asleep in about 20 minutes, you didn't wake up at all throughout the night, you felt very happy and awake when you woke up, you had 10 hours of sleep, and nothing disturbed your sleep. The left-hand side of your folder has saliva collection tools. Inside the Ziploc bag, we have 5 cups marked Monday through Friday and straws. In the pocket is the saliva collection log. Please get those out now. On the log each day, please write down the time that you woke up, the time that you started to collect your saliva, and by that I mean when did you open the cup? And what time did you finish, or what time did you put it into the freezer? At the end of the week, your paper should look like this. Please make any notes if something was difficult or did not go according to the regular way. For example, if you put something in your mouth, you would have to wait 30 minutes before collecting your saliva. Also, please make sure to check that the cup you pick up matches the day of the week it is, and only use the cup for the same day. So, if it was Wednesday, you would only use the cup that's marked Wednesday and only write on the section that's marked for Wednesday. If on Saturday you can't find the cup, you should check your schedule, because we only collect on weekdays. Also, please keep all of the cups in the freezer the entire week, and we want them all inside the zip-top bag that is provided to you. This is to ensure that we do not lose one of our cups. We need all 5 days. So remember, collect your saliva first thing in the morning when you wake up. We cannot accept saliva that's collected in the afternoon or evening, so please call Miss Teresa if you wind up in that situation. Do not eat or drink or put anything else in your mouth. And please only brush your teeth after collecting. If you forget, you need to wait 30 minutes with nothing in your mouth, and then you can collect, as long as it's still in the morning. Now sometimes we wake up and we have a really dry mouth. Here are some suggestions to help you go from this to this. Think about your favorite food. You can suck your bottom lip or suck your cheeks in, or alternate both. Move your tongue around your mouth. Leave as much saliva in your mouth as you can. Wait until your mouth is so full you're going to drool if you have any more in there. Keep your head tilted forward so you don't swallow. To collect your saliva, place the straw at the top of the cup and drool into the cup. Try not to spit because then you're going to get a lot of bubbles. It's okay if you have bubbles, but please make sure that you get the clear or slightly cloudy saliva to the top of the red line. The bubbles will naturally rise to the top. There's no need to dump them out or scoop them out. Most important, please do not place anything in the cup except for the straw and the saliva. This way, it will not be contaminated. The first time that you do this, it can be kind of hard. So take your time, you'll get through it. These pictures might help you to decide when you have enough saliva. In picture 1, you can see that the saliva is not filled to the red line. It's only filled to the 1.5, and the bubbles put it up to the red line. That's unfortunately not enough saliva for us to test it. The other two are clearly not enough either. The last one would be the correct amount, where the saliva, which is usually clear or slightly cloudy, is up to the red line, and any bubbles are above that. If you have any questions at all about this, please feel free to call or text Miss Teresa at any time. You can also text me a picture of your saliva, and I can tell you if it's enough. We really appreciate your family taking the time to help us and supporting this program. We want to make this as easy as possible. So again, do not hesitate to contact me at any time on the numbers found throughout your folder.